raison des pogroms ont été commis contre les Arméniens en Azerbaïdjan dans la capitale de Bakou.
The Honourable Member for Saint-Laurent. 30 years ago, pogroms were committed against Armenians in Azerbaijan in the capital of Baku. For 7 days in January 1990, hundreds of Armenians were beaten, killed, and expelled from the city. These crimes against Armenians accelerated and nearly completed the ethnic cleansing of Armenians in the country. Nearly 500,000 Armenians were deported and sought refuge in different countries around the world, including Canada. The atrocities committed during this violence in Sumgait shocked the entire world. This anniversary leads us to reflect on the privilege we have to live in a country where diversity and inclusion are our force, and where various ethnic and religious communities can participate equally in the country's policy.
While commemorating the Armenian victims of these pogroms in Sumgait and Baku, we solemnly condemn all forms of racism, xenophobia, and hatred.
Bravo.
The Honourable Member for Edmonton.
I stand today to join the Armenian community across Canada to commemorate the 32nd anniversary of Somagate pogrom and the 30th anniversary of Baku pogrom. During the waning days of Soviet Union, Artsakh Armenians demanded reunification with Armenia and later the independence of Armenia. In response, Azeri nationalists carried out a gross massacres in the city of Somagate and the capital city of Baku. These massacres set a precedent for xenophobia, hatred and discrimination towards Armenians in Azerbaijan that unfortunately continues till today and impede the Artsakh peace process. These historic events should act as a strong reminders for Canada that we must continue to defend human rights and stop crime against humanity abroad. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member for Charlottetown.
Monsieur le Président, les Arméniens.
Mr. Speaker, Armenians from Laval-les-Îles and across Canada are commemorating the 30th anniversary of the Baku genocide and the 32nd anniversary of the Sumgait one. These were heinous crimes against humanity that took the lives of many people in the cities of Uzbekistan.
Today, let us take a moment to pay homage to each and every one affected directly or indirectly by this barbarian, senseless violence, and to raise awareness so such history does not repeat itself.
By commemorating this horrible tragedy, we remember how lucky we are to live in a country like Canada where fundamental human rights are respected and where we share common values such as respect, tolerance, and justice. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Calgary.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. The 30th anniversary of the Baku massacre was recently commemorated by its survivors and descendants who reside in Ontario. On January 13, 1990, nationalists in Azerbaijan launched widespread and predetermined massacres against the unarmed Armenian minority in the capital, Baku. Hundreds of Armenians were killed, tortured, and forced to leave their homes during these atrocities. The massacres were preceded by mass killing of Armenians in Azerbaijani cities of Sumgait, Kirovabad, and Ganja in 1988 and 1989. These crimes against humanity resulted in the ethnic cleansing of Armenian population in the former Soviet Republic. About 500,000 Armenians were deported from Azerbaijan and had to seek refuge in different parts of the world, including Canada. To silence the voice and the will of the people of Artsakh for self-determination, Azerbaijan escalated the crisis into a war. The impunity the criminals enjoyed only served as a fertile soil for new, even more horrible crimes. Sustainable peace and development in the South Caucasus is impossible without facing the past and resorting justice based on the principles of international law. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the survivors condemned the manifestation of xenophobia, intolerance, and extremism.
Thank you very much.